Okay, the board will be reconvening at Raymond LaBoard Correctional, not as I said before. Uh, this time we will be hearing Ryan Hurd. Mr. Hurd, would you state your name and DOC number for me, please?
Ryan Hurd, 765-101.
Okay, Mr. Hurd, you're here today for a parole hearing. Your parole date was 8/20/24. Your adjusted good time date is 12/22/26, and your full term date is 2/20/27. You are serving a 3-year, 4-month sentence for possession of marijuana, which was revoked for technical violations, and then another possession of marijuana, which was habitual. Does that sound correct to you, sir?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay. Warden, what do you have to say about Mr. Hurd?
Okay, he's been with us at Raymond LaBoard since 2024. He has no write-ups, which I commended him for that. While he doesn't have a GED, he has been in numerous NCCER and OSHA certifications. He works for us in the garment factory, and he has some positive remarks from his supervisor, and he is currently a Strive member.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that. Today, your case has been assigned to Ms. Stapleton, but first we have speaking on your behalf will be Drink. I hope I got that right. And Drink Ford, your cousin, and in opposition, we'll have Mr. Myers. So, Ms. Ford, what do you want to tell us about Mr. Hurd?
Good morning. I would like to say that Ryan is very much so missed by his family. He's a very good person. His family misses him, his cousins and kids. He's very supportive when it comes to extracurricular activities and also academics. So I feel like his presence is very much so needed and missed here. And like I said, overall, he's a great person.
And Mr. Myers from the Jefferson Parish DA's office.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Randall Meyer, Assistant DA, Jefferson Parish. We're opposed that his convictions were with potentially distribute marijuana, not possession. He was selling drugs. The first offense included a number of weapons that he had. He was selling drugs again shortly thereafter. And 5 pounds of marijuana for sale. Looking at his record while incarcerated, very few programs. All I see in the record was pre-release and nurturing parent. I think he clearly needs some long-term substance abuse programming, as well as other programs that will help him remain productive citizens when he gets out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Myers. Okay, as I said, your case was assigned to Ms. Stapleton. She will lead the interview. Ms. Stapleton.
Good morning, sir. I'm gonna go ahead. You heard Mr. Myers speak, and that's basically, your arrest report, so to speak. Can you explain to me, first of all, you've been selling a great deal of marijuana. Why do you do that?
My marijuana thing is something I'm not proud of that I did in the past. And I'm remorseful and sorry for all the harm, the pain I've caused my community by doing that. It was something that I had to do, but at that time I was in a bad place. It's just something I'm very not proud of. Even though I know, yes, I had a good bit of marijuana at that time. It was a big mistake I made in my life.
Well, when they did the search warrant on the house, the agents located a lot of weapons and a lot of money. Will you explain that, please?
Yes, ma'am. The weapons I had, I collected weapons. I used to go to the gun range, shoot my weapons. Every weapon I had was in my name. It was none of it was illegal. It was just something that I collected was weapons.
Well, were you already a convicted felon at that time? It was okay?
That was my first charge, man. When they went in the house and they found a weapon, that was my first marijuana charge.
Okay, so you had the weapons and you had the marijuana
Yes,
and and the vacuum sealer and the baggies, because you were gonna be selling all of that, correct?
ma'am. Yes,
Okay, that's why it wasn't a convicted felon with firearms. Thank you for explaining that to me.
no
And the
problem.
next time you had the same thing as far as the marijuana, the digital scale and packaging materials. Because you sell it twice.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
21 was a mistake and 23 was a mistake, correct?
It was a mistake. I was still around the wrong people doing, I took for granted, I took my freedom for granted, time for granted, and I ended up here.
It says here that on the eligibility worksheet that you need pre-release programming and substance abuse treatment. That's what Mr. Myers was talking about. There's an excellent long-term DOC substance abuse treatment.
Yes, ma'am. I'm currently in pre-release. My last day of pre-release will be tomorrow.
Okay,
I attend AANA on a regular basis here at Raymond Lamar. And I signed up for Living in Balance. It was one of the classes that said I wasn't eligible for. That's what made me go ahead and participate in AANA.
oh, okay. And that's all y'all have for substance abuse is living in balance at Ward? That's
Yes,
it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I don't have any further questions.
I have a couple. Were you a user as well as a seller?
No, sir. Unfortunately, I wasn't a user. I was always selling marijuana. I had jobs at the same time I was selling marijuana. I tried marijuana before, to be honest, and it just wasn't for me. So, no, sir. The question, I was not a user.
Okay, any alcohol usage or?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, and where are you gonna live if you get out?
Trying to get a fresh start, sir. I'm gonna reside in Denham Springs, Louisiana, with my mom and dad. Get away from old friends and the environment I was in. Trying to start over fresh.
Okay, any particular reason why your mom or dad wasn't on the call this morning?
Both of them at work.
Both of them at work. That's a
Yeah,
good
I
reason.
tried.
Okay, I have no further questions.
I have just one. You mentioned when you were talking to Ms. Stapleton that the marijuana thing, you and the marijuana thing was something you had to do. Tell us why.
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
You said to Ms. Stapleton that you and the marijuana thing was something you had to do.
Okay, yes, ma'am. At that time, when I got into selling marijuana, I was trying to breed bulldogs and French bulldogs, and at this time, the job I was working in a chemical plant, and they had a layoff, in which they had to go to Kentucky. So by me getting into too much I could handle, couldn't handle the dogs, paying my bills and all that, it led me to going down that path that I'm not proud of, will never do again.
Not sure I understand, but thank you for that answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have no further questions. Is the panel ready to vote?
I'm ready to vote.
Okay, Ms. Stapleton?
Okay, my vote today is to deny because I think you got a break with the 3 years. Because you were revoked earlier and then you went right back to, and this time it was with distribution, and it was a large amount. So my vote is to deny, but I really would love to see him get into that long-term DOC substance abuse program. And I think it's at Steve Hoyle, so that when you do get out, which is not much longer, you will be able to be on the straight and narrow, because that is a wonderful program. So that's my vote for you today.
I agree with Ms. Stapleton. I think that a substance abuse program would be helpful for you. And we have heard from the opposition today from the DA's office and those reasons. And so my vote today is to deny based on those details.
And Mr. Hurd, I concur. Once you get your classes finished, you're gonna be getting out at the end of this year anyway. If you take the classes you're supposed to take, you got another year, 300 days you can earn. So you would be getting out probably in about December. So my vote today is to deny also. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, man. Appreciate it.